Hi everybody, it's Nell and I am here to do a quick video about Stitch Maynia. I decided to join in the fun and do Stitch Maynia this year. I didn't participate last year, mostly because I was still kind of new to the whole Facebook cross-stitching groups thing and I was feeling a little overwhelmed, so I didn't start anything last year. I have decided to participate this year mostly just for fun, mostly because I want to play. I want to have fun and do it with everybody else who's participating. I am not a crazy starter. Those of you who are, you're amazing. I'm so impressed that you can handle that many things going on at once. So I have modified Stitch Maynia a little bit for me. I'm gonna do 7 starts in the first 7 days. I know I'm not the only one who's doing that, but that's about all I can do without feeling completely out of control. But I am going to do it and I'm really excited. I'm excited to get started on some things. So this will not be a whip update. I won't show you anything I've worked on. I'm just going to show you my plans for the first 7 days of May. So without further ado, here we go. Here's my little pile of things. The first 2 days of May, I'm going to, I don't know if this is considered cheating or not since it was already a plan to start these in May, but the first 2 days are going to be my 2 Brooks Books Advent Animals. I've been keeping up with my goal to do 2 a month, sorry for all the rustling, and I want to keep that up. So the first 2 days will be that. For May, I will be starting number 14, which is Cassie Cow. And that's what she looks like. Sorry, that's a lot of white paper. Kind of freaked the camera out a little. Oh well. That's Cassie Cow. And that'll be the 1st of May. And then the 2nd of May will be Rascal Raccoon. And he is a hoot. I'm sorry about how much it's washing out. It's because of all the white paper. But he's just so cute. He's stolen a cookie from the cookie jar. And he reminds me of, what's his name? The raccoon in Over the Hedge. Bruce Willis did his voice. Anyway, I can't remember. He's also a raccoon who's a thief. So I will be starting that on the 1st and 2nd of May. Cassie Cow will be on the 1st and Rascal Raccoon will be on the 2nd. As always, I will be stitching those on these pieces of linen, and I've had several questions over the past few months about what fabric I'm stitching these on. This is a 32 count Belfast linen in the color Blue Spruce, and it's a really nice kind of medium deep denim blue, and I am finding that every single one of these animals pops really well on this fabric, so I'm really enjoying that. And if you're curious, that's what I'm stitching them on. So that is May 1st and May 2nd. For May 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, I decided to do 4 new starts, each one corresponding to a different season of the year. A lot of us are kind of seasonal stitchers. I'm definitely a seasonal stitcher. I like to stitch things that correspond to the time of year it is, and I also love to stitch things that have to do with holidays. I tend to consider my cross stitches kind of decorative, and so when do you usually decorate? You usually decorate for holidays, and so a lot of my stitching kind of goes around that theme. So in keeping with that, I decided to do 1 new start for each season and kind of get a little sample of the year. So for May 3rd, I'm going to start with spring, since it's spring right now. And this is a piece that, sorry, my nose itches. Everybody's noses have been itching in recent videos. Have you guys noticed? It's springtime. A subscriber asked in a recent video if I had started this yet, and I answered back and I said no, but I really want to start it soon, and the time has come. It's been waiting long enough. So I'm going to start the Rose Garden from Cross Stitching Country Crafts magazine. Isn't that beautiful? So springtimey. It might actually be more summery, but I'm counting this as springtime because it's all flowers and butterflies. This is from the magazine Cross Stitching Country Crafts. The issue is September, October of 1989. So this is an old magazine. I know you can still find these on eBay. That's where I found a lot of mine. You can also find this pattern in a book. And I don't own this book because I have the magazines, but the book I believe is called Best Loved Designs of Cross Stitch and Country Crafts, and it's a book that obviously compiles all of their most popular designs over the years. And I know you can find that book on Amazon or eBay, I'm not sure, but if you're curious and interested in doing this pattern, this one is called the Rose Garden. And it's beautiful and vibrant and colorful. So I will be starting that. I will be stitching it in all DMC. That's what it's charted for. And the fabric is from my recent eBay haul. I did have a piece of linen for this already, but it was much bigger than is necessary for this piece. So when I got this great eBay haul, I decided, well, heck, I'm gonna save that for a bigger project that needs a big piece and use one of these that I got, and it's plenty big. This is a 32 count Belfast linen, which is kind of my go-to, you will find, in the color Summer Khaki. And that's pretty true to color. It's, you know, maybe a little bit deeper than it's appearing because the sun is washing it out a little bit, but it's just a nice mid-tone, neutral, beigey, taupey color. And the piece of fabric that it's actually stitched on is a warmer color. This color is not made anymore. This color has been discontinued. So this is the one I'm gonna do it on. I think the colors will still pop nicely, and it's deep enough that the white in the trellis will show up against this. So I will be stitching this on Summer Khaki, and that is my springtime start for the 3rd of May. My start on the 4th is my summer start, and thank you to all of you who answered my post on Stitch Mania. I was trying to pick a fabric for this, but I'm going to do the Country Store, and this is from Told in a Garden, and it just feels very summery to me. It's a little Amish boy going to the country store, and don't you just love all of that? It's just full of so many interesting little doodads, and I just love it. I've been waiting a long time to start this. This has been in my stash for years. So I'm really, really excited to start that one. And after everybody's input, I have decided to go with the color that was kind of overwhelmingly the favorite, and that is the color New Khaki. And it looks really similar to Summer Khaki in the video. You're gonna have to believe me when I tell you that this is actually a slightly deeper khaki color, slightly deeper tan. The picture that I posted on Stitch Maynia is a better representation of what this looks like. It's gonna look fabulous. There were a few people who posted concerns that the title up here where it says Country Store might get lost because it's charted in a tan, because the model stitches on navy, obviously, and I'm stitching it on tan. So I've decided that's a very good point, and I've decided I'm just going to swap the colorway, and I'm going to stitch the title in navy blue. So instead of tan on navy, it'll be navy on tan, if that makes sense. And as I go along, if any of these little bits and pieces get kind of lost in the fabric, I'm totally fine with switching up the color. This kind of pattern lends itself to color changes wherever you feel the desire to do it. They're all these little bitty pieces, so I will change colors if need be, but I'm really excited. Those colors looked really great on this New Khaki color. So that is my start for the 4th, and that is my summer start. My start for the 5th is my autumn start, and I went back and forth. I knew I wanted to start one of my Halloween Prairie Schooler pieces. I have quite a few Halloween Prairie Schooler pieces. I have a bigger one that I got several months ago. I think I got it last autumn, and it's called Trick or Treat, and it's one of their bigger designs. And I really wanted to do that one, but I'm starting so many things that are a little bit bigger, they're more substantial, so I decided I better go with something small. So I'm actually going to start one of the Halloween Prairie Schooler minis that I just got, that I just showed in my last video. And I decided to start Who's There. Isn't that cute? I went back and forth, you know, trying to pick which of the 4 I was going to start first, and I just finally decided to go with this one because I dig these skeletons down here. They're smiling. They're such happy, cheerful little skeletons, and they just made me laugh. So I'm going to start this. I love the owls, and oh, it's just great. It's so creepy, the little haunted house. So I'm going to start that one on the 5th, and the fabric I'm starting that on, all of this nice fabric that I got in my eBay haul. I tell you guys, that was like the best haul of my life. I am starting this on, oh yeah, I'm going to do a 25 count. Sorry, I got to adjust. I'm going to start this on a 25 count, and I'm going to stitch over 2 on 25 count. These pieces are small enough that I think it'll look really cool. It'll make it bigger than, you know, it's originally charted, and it's going to look awesome. So this is a 25 count Lugana in the color Ivory. So, I mean, it's just very boring, basic ivory color. But these pieces are small enough that even stitched over 2, you know, one of them will fit on half of this fabric. And then I'll just stitch eventually another one on this half, and then I have one more piece of this same fabric, excuse me, whew, to stitch number 3 and number 4. This is going to be my first time stitching over 2 on 25 count. And as I look at the fabric, it doesn't seem all that big to me. It's not all that different from a 28 count, kind of, in my opinion. At least this particular fabric, it doesn't look all that much bigger. I probably will stitch this 3 over 2, possibly even 4 over 2 if necessary, because there is so much of this dark 3371, that black brown. There's so much of that, and like lots of areas where it's really opaque. I would hate for it to look kind of sparse. Unlike my prim piece that I've been working on, this one I want nice and opaque. I want some nice good coverage. So I might do 4 over 2. I might do 3 over 2. If you have ever stitched over 2 on 25 count, how many threads did you stitch with? Leave a comment down below, because I'm really curious. I haven't tried any test stitches on this yet. I probably will do some test stitching before I really get into it to make sure I like the coverage. But that is going to be my start for May the 5th. That is Who's There by the Prairie Schooler. And that is my autumn start. That takes me to May the 6th, which is my winter start. And at long last, I am going to start 'Twas the Night by Sue Hillis. Sue Hillis Designs. And everybody has seen this. I mean, it's very popular right now, and with good reason. Sorry, I have this random, do you guys see this hair? Can we just talk about this for a minute? Postpartum hair loss is a real thing, and oh good grief, it never grows back. I get these. Anyway. So I'm going to start 'Twas the Night. I'm really excited. I mean, so many people are working on this because it's beautiful, and I'm excited to have this for Christmas. I am stitching this in the DMC that it lists. It was actually charted for Sullivan's, but she does provide DMC alternatives, so I'm going to stitch this in the DMC. However, I am changing the gold color here. It was originally charted for 676 and 677. I've decided to switch that to 3820 and 3822, and that's just because those colors are, sorry, I gotta adjust again. I'm having trouble getting comfortable. They were just a little too washed out, and they weren't vibrant enough of a gold. It just didn't seem to be the color gold that the Sullivans provided. The Sullivans stitching, you know, in the model stitch looks a lot more vibrant and bright, and so I switched those up. But other than that, I'm doing everything as charted. I'm going to stitch this, and I've shown this before, but I'm really excited. This is a 32 count linen in raw gold. I got that from 123 Stitch, and it's beautiful. Do you see the sparkle? Oh, it's so sparkly, and it's a gold sparkle. So that, I mean, that's just going to be straight up gorgeous. I cannot wait to get started on that, and it's just going to be spectacular. So I'm really excited. So that is my May the 6th start, which leaves me one extra day to start something kind of special. So I have my 2 Brooks Books Advent Animals, I have 4 starts for the 4 seasons, and then I get this extra day, and I tried to think of something that would be really, really exciting, that I really wanted to start, that would be kind of a special start. And that is, I decided, you guys, I'm so excited. I'm going to start my very first lady. And I'm going to start my Lavender and Lace, The Bride. But I am going to do a conversion. I've been working on this for like 2 nights. My husband comes in and there's like boxes of floss everywhere and piles of colors. What are you doing? I'm going to convert this. And in a minute, I'm going to insert a picture of kind of the way I think I'm going to go with this. But I'm going to go with my original idea to remove all of this veil stuff, all of this stitching. Those are half stitches. I thought they were beads originally. They're not. They're actually just half stitches of like a cream color. I'm just going to take all of that out. Everything else will be the same. She'll still have the little vine thing around her. She'll still hold the bouquet. She's still going to have this dress. But I'm changing the color of the dress. I'm converting it to a sapphire blue. Guys, I'm ridiculously excited about this. I have the flosses here that I'm pretty sure I'm going to use. These are kind of the colors that are the basis of the dress. This is 796 and this is 820. They're very similar. You can see 820 is just a hair deeper, but these are kind of the main colors of her dress. And then obviously I've picked some lighter tones for highlights in the dress because there's lots of those. And I've picked some deeper tones of blue for the shadows and the folds that are in the dress. And I'm going to insert a picture here of the conversion as I was working on it. Just note that the bottom two rows, all of the tans and taupes and light creams, those are the original colors of the dress and the ribbons in the dress, kind of the sashes that are down there. And then the colors above it are all of my conversions. So the blues obviously are the dress. The purples are the colors that I'm going to convert all of the little flowers in her dress and her bouquet. They were originally charted in kind of a taupey, peachy beige. I'm going to change those to the kind of dusty purples. And then the greens are the same for the vines. The skin and the hair is the same. She's a Caucasian brunette in this version, and I'm a Caucasian brunette, so I'm going to leave the skin and the hair the same. I don't have to convert that. I'm just doing the dress and the ribbons and the flowers. So I will insert the picture here. And isn't it beautiful? I'm so ridiculously excited. It took forever to pick these blues and find the right colors to go, you know, lighter and deeper. But I think it's going to be spectacular. It's going to look so beautiful. So if you are interested in stitching her with this conversion, I'm not going to give the conversion colors right now because I haven't stitched her yet. And I'm not sure if they're going to work. I have a feeling they will, but just on the off chance that they don't work, I'm going to wait until I'm kind of a good way into it, and then if you're interested and want to know the conversions, I'll put them in the description box of a future video so that if you want to stitch the bride in the blues, you can. The fabric I'm going to stitch her on is, again, a 32 count Belfast. That's my favorite fabric. And the color is antique white. And I would never have chosen this color fabric if I was stitching her as charted because her dress is all whites and creams and tans. But for the blues, oh man, it's going to be gorgeous. It's going to pop and just shine off of this fabric. So those are my Stitch Mania plans. Guys, I'm so excited. This is a number of starts that I can handle and not feel anxious about it. I've already decided that if I start some of these and then they have to be put away and I don't see them again for 6 months to a year, that is okay with me. I'm just starting them because I want to participate and have fun and do Stitch Mania with all the rest of you. These are all things that have been in my stash for some of them for years and years, like 5+ years. Some of them are newer, but I love every single one of them. And I'm so excited for every single one. There's not a single one in here that doesn't like give me a little thrill to think about starting it. So now I just have to hold off until May 1st. I want to stitch all of the things right now. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing my plans for Stitch Mania, and if you are participating and have made a video of your Stitch Mania plans, post it down below. Post a link in your comments so I can find it and watch your plans. And if you have any questions or comments, as always, leave them down below. Thank you to those of you who have entered my FSG. That is still continuing, and that's continuing for 1 more week. You have 1 more week to enter that FSG. And so if you haven't done that, go see my previous video. Other than that, guys, I'll see you really soon with my next update video, and have a great day. And if you're doing Stitch Mania, good luck with the madness. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.